And if you haven't heard the news, because news travels at the speed of sound these days, Big Ramy's out. He's announced he's not going to be trying to regain his title at the 2023 Mr. Olympia coming up just 6 weeks from tonight would be the finals. Yeah, last night would have been the judging, Friday and then Saturday. So this came about over in Dubai. They're having a Dubai Muscle show right now. Big show. And Bob Ciccarello was there interviewing him for, I don't know, Olympia TV or Wings of Strength, one of the official outlets over there affiliated with the Olympia, probably Olympia TV. And Ramy did confirm that after speaking with his team, they decided it would be best for him to take a break and not attempt to go into the Olympia to regain the title that he held in 2020 and 2021. Lost it last year to Hadi Choopan, and he ended up in, where was he, fifth? Yeah, he was fifth place. So last year's Olympia, if you recall, was Hadi, Derek, Nick Walker, Brandon Curry, and then Ramy. So to go from reigning champion to fifth place in 1 year, that was a pretty steep plummet there for Ramy. And then he jumped into the 2023 Arnold Classic, a two-time Olympia, a recent two-time Olympia. It's not like he won these Olympias 10 years ago. To jump into the Arnold, he should have been the winner. I mean, on paper, if you're good enough to win two Olympias in a row, you should be winning the Arnold Classic. But he had to settle for fourth place behind Samson Dauda, Nick Walker, and Andrew Jacked. And some people even thought Sean Clarita in fifth might have had a shot. But I thought Ramy looked better for sure at the Arnold Classic than he did at the Olympia a few months before, just 3 months before. But, you know, it's his physique's, I don't even think it's so much that his physique's gone downhill. It's definitely declined a little bit, but I think it's more a matter of other guys coming up who are just getting better. We have this crop of amazing new talent coming up. Samson, Andrew, Nick Walker, Krizo coming up this year. Still got Brandon Curry in there. So something, you know, he had consulted with Steve Weinberger, who is the Olympia head judge, of course, a few months back, and Steve had advised him, take a break, Ramy. Take a year off, let your body heal up, recharge, regenerate, whatever you need to do to get back on track. Because, you know, he's not that old. I believe he's 38, 36, 38. He's somewhere around 37 or 38, I believe, right now. He's been a pro for 10 years. First show, his pro debut was the 2013 New York Pro. I was there. Brought my daughter to that one. He won that. And, you know, took him a few years to win the Olympia. He took him until 2020. But then he did win it twice in a row. And, you know, a lot of people were thinking it was going to be a dynasty. Ramy's going to be another 7 or 8 time winner, the way Phil Heath won 7, the way Ronnie Coleman won 7, Lee Haney, or, you know, even Dorian Yates won 6 in a row. But 2 in a row seems like it was it for Ramy. And at this rate, I would never say that he can't get his title back. I never say that. I don't like to write anybody off because I've been proven wrong many times. And, you know, this is his life. This is his livelihood. Although I don't believe Ramy honestly needs to compete anymore. I'm sure he would be fine financially if he never sets foot on stage again. He's an Olympia champ. He's got millions of fans all over the world. It's, you know, especially huge in the Middle East. That's their guy. That's their hero. You know, he's got a supplement line. He could do anything and be financially successful, but he is a competitor. And, you know, I'm glad he's stepping away from the stage, because I don't know if pushing forward would have had a good outcome. If he was fourth place last year's Olympia and these new guys are getting better and we have more new guys that are getting better, I think it's very feasible that this year we might have seen Ramy drop as low as 6, 7, 8, somewhere in that range. I know the Ramy fans are very upset to hear that, but I'm just being honest, guys. I love Ramy. I think he's a kind-hearted man, a great ambassador. You know, wish he did more stuff over on this side of the world, but that's being selfish, the ugly American side of me. You know, wildly popular for good reason. He's a great personality, always has a smile and a kind word for everyone. And, you know, he's enormous. If you're a bodybuilding purist who loves the mass monsters, the freaky size, you know, we have some big dudes now, but Ramy's still an enormous human being. So I don't know if you guys have anything to say this time. It looks like you're pretty quiet. So if not, let's see. We might not have anything. Ooh, nothing in the chat. Oh, we do have stuff in the chat. I didn't see it pop up on my screen. Physique 11. Ramy will retire 100%, I think. It's over for him to win the Olympia again. He knows that. I think he will say it after the Olympia, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if he's capable of winning the Olympia again. I don't. And I'm, again, not being negative. I just think his physique has gone downhill a little bit, and we have all these new guys coming up that are getting better and better. Arstov, I saw the Bob Chick interview and the announcement. I'm sure he did a lot to promote the sport in the Middle East, though America's never heard a lot from him. Yeah, and when I've brought that up before, I've gotten some righteous indignation from the Middle Eastern fans. You know, it's, you guys are very selfish over in the U.S. Like, why does he have to go over there? He lives in Egypt. Why does he have to spend so much time traveling over there just to keep you guys happy? And I get that. That's fine. Rich B, definitely the best decision Ramy could make. His legacy is already cemented. Nothing left for Ramy to prove. And yes, Ramy did look better at the Arnold at the Olympia. 100%, I believe he did. Alexander III, I hope he retires. He's not going to get those missing body parts back. At this point, he would be sacrificing years off his life for next to no reason. Also says, in my opinion, in your late 30s, it's time to retire unless you started really late like Samson or Andrew. Yeah, you know, I'm sure he would be just blowing all kinds of money on stem cells and things like that. All kinds of therapies, trying to regain and recapture that look that he had. And I don't even know if that look that he had would be able to win now. I'm just saying, Derek's getting better. Hottie, you got Samson, you got Andrew, Nick Walker. I think Krizo is going to be someone to watch. It's a lot of great new talent, guys. It's a lot of great new talent. Brandon Looney Tunes, what's up, Doc? I'm 54 now. Yeah, I turned 54 on Thursday. You're right. Patty Gold Clayar, wife of Phil, the Jamaican tank. I missed the beginning. Did he say why? Seems like nice guy. He just says he and his team agreed he needs a break. Didn't list anything specific. I think he's just, I think he sees that his placings are going down and his physique is not, it's not getting better. It's not even as good as it was a couple years ago. So his best course of action, if he wants to keep competing, and I don't know if he will, I get a feeling he might be done. Because to drop from two-time Olympia champion to getting 5th place the next year and then 4th at the next Arnold, yeah, I mean, the writing's on the wall. And like I said, he has nothing to prove. He's got 2 Olympia titles, millions of fans. He's always going to be big Ramy, supplement line. He's good. Joe Toth, in your opinion, his best condition was when? I'd say first year he won. No, you know what? I'm going to go like, was it 2017 the year he got second? One of those years he got second. I think it was 2017. He looked really good that year, condition-wise. Yeah, so. Aljit Nanda, if for somehow Ramy's triceps will be back, he'll be repeating for sure within a couple years. I hope so. I wish him nothing but the best. I wish him nothing. And I'm not sitting here gloom and doom. Ramy's done. He's washed up. He needs to. I'm not saying he needs to go, but what has he got left to prove? Happy belated birthday, Ron. Thank you, Abhijit. Who gives a fuck? You never know. Ramy looked really good at the Arnold. He was overlooked there big time. He looked insane there, TBH. People forget how good he is when he's in shape. I thought he was in pretty damn good shape at the Arnold, though. It's not like he was out of shape. He was off. He brought a really good package to the Arnold, but maybe that's just not what they want to see anymore. Or maybe they just like these other guys' looks better, honestly. Scott Boyer, I believe if Ramy did not volunteer to take this year off after Steve W. recommended that he would not have made the top 10. He would have been top 10, Scott. I don't think he would have been out of the top 10, but I do think he would have slid down a couple more notches. 5th last year. I really think 6, 7, 8. That's where he was going to end up this year, which is not where you want to be as a 2-time Olympia champ. There's a fact at one of the AC South Americas, he looked insane. Yeah, I don't think he ever brought his best look. The 2 years he won, he's looked better at other shows than he did the years he won the Olympia. Mass Riccio, please retire while you still got your health. He's a legend. We'll never forget your legs. Abdo Allah, Ramy's arms are smaller than ever. Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of atrophy in the arms. His legs, and it's made worse by the fact that his legs have not shrunk at all. When you have these gigantic legs, it's like I say a lot of times, I say the opposite a lot of times. These guys with enormous arms and their legs don't quite match, and I'm not going to name names, but you can all think of a few names that would fit that criteria. It's not a good look. So if you have these monstrous quads, you know, I was, as an amateur, of course, I'm comparing myself to a 2-time Olympia champ, right? That was always my issue. I never had great arms. I had these great legs, and it pointed out more the fact that my arms were a weak point, the fact that my legs were so good. And I think with Ramy, that's the case. He's got such big, freaky quads. When you look at the arms, and they're still damn big, but compared to the legs, they don't really match. They're a little smaller than they used to be. Kevin Clements, this is for the best. Dave Van Etten, part of the issue is we don't give people a clean slate each time. One person points out a potential weakness, everyone jumps on the bandwagon and perpetuates a narrative. Perception becomes reality. Yeah, because now everyone's going to be looking at his triceps, looking at his upper quads, looking for those holes. Once a defect has been spotted, everyone's going to be the first. When these guys come out, that's the first thing they're going to zero in on. That atrophy in the lower back. Everyone's going to be like, there it is. There's that lower back. I knew it. Kevin Clements, he has a supplement. He has a family. Yeah, he's got like 4 kids, I think. John Judge, it's all over for him. He's catched. Kevin Clements, Krizo needs to get some glutes. If he does, he's dangerous. Yeah, he needs to build his glutes up. Sparky, what up, brother? How are you? I'm fine. Patty Goldclair, thanks, Ron, for the update. Happy belated birthday. Thank you, Patty. Yeah, I'm old. You guys are still young. I mean, Phil's not even 50 yet, right? Man, I remember being younger than 50. It wasn't that long ago. Sparky, it's like Hottie's shoulders and lats on the last post. Yeah, they were a little pointy looking. He just needs to stop pinning. Why is he out? Tony, he just say need a break. Just say need a break. Who gives a fuck? I feel like this is the best era since the 90s. We haven't had that many great bodybuilders in such a competitive lineup in years. That's why Ramy slipped down so much. Yeah. Like I said, it's not that he got worse necessarily. He's a little worse, but these other guys we have so much new talent. Patty, he is 49. I'm older than you, LOL. Well, God bless us for still being here, right? That's my biggest thing I'm most grateful for. That I'm still here. I'm still alive. Joe Toth, get well soon, Ronnie. You mean me? Yeah, I'm trying. Sherman, not a shock, really. His time has come, has been and gone. Said this ages ago. He had a hell of a run. I mean, if he never competes again, 2 Olympia titles, 2 New York Pro titles, a couple Arnold Classics outside the USA. He never did win the Arnold USA, but he's a legend. Everybody knows Big Ramy. You say Big Ramy, and it's not even his real name. It's Mamdou Elsbier. Everybody knows him. So. Yeah, these new guys are improving. Maybe that's the reason. Ian retired too. What do you think? No, I think with Ian, he just lost his love for it. He lost his passion drive. He just didn't want to do it anymore. Yeah, that's the case. I did a whole interview with Ian. If you haven't seen it, it was a really good interview. He was very open and honest with me. Didn't dodge any questions, and that's up on this channel. It's a few videos back or down. If you go in the videos, you'll see it. New guys improving. There sucks seeing that era of guys leaving. That was my era. Yeah, I mean, but that's eventually everyone's got to go. Everyone's got to retire someday. I like to see people retire before it's way too late, before they start. There have been a couple, like I remember Samir Bannout kept competing long after he won the Olympia. And there were years where I think one year he did the Olympia, didn't even make the top 15. For an Olympia champion to not make the top 15 at the Olympia, that's embarrassing. I'm sorry. No offense to Samir in particular, but you got to know when to go, when to hold him, when to fold him. And Ramy, he hasn't said he's not retiring. He has not announced that. He's just sitting out this Olympia. That's all he said. Nothing beyond that has been stated by him. Ramon, top 1. Is Ramon doing it? I don't even know. Pierre, go. Hey, Ron, how'd you manage to bring up your arms so they no more match your legs? I didn't. Pierre, I didn't. They never matched my legs. They were never that good. So, yeah, that's the answer. How did I get my arms up to match my legs? I didn't. They never did. Legs were always way better. Abdullah, we're going to a new era of bodybuilding, I guess. Yeah, it's new talent. It's out with the old, in with the new, and it happens in every sport. It's always happened in bodybuilding. You always have great champions, and they have their era. They have their time where they win a bunch of shows, and they're on top, and then eventually new talent comes up, younger guys, better, and that they get rid of the old guard. The old guard has to sort of fade away, ride off in the sunset, make way for the new ones, and that's what we're seeing now. This whole new era with Samson, Andrew, Nick, Hottie, Derek. This is their time. Krizo, this is their time. Hunter. So they're not forcing the older veteran guys out. I mean, Brandon's still relevant. He was still 4th at the Olympia. Brandon Curry. But yeah, that's just the nature of all sports. Out with the old, in with the new. Makes you feel old. I started bodybuilding in 2011. Now most are gone. Yeah, I started following bodybuilding in the fall of 1987. Can you imagine? And those guys are all obviously they're all long retired. Like 30 years retired, some of them. Ramon's not doing Olympia? Are you asking or are you confirming that? I had been hearing rumors that Ramon Dino was not doing the Olympia. I don't know, because all the posts are always in Portuguese. Is he doing the Olympia? Does anybody know for sure? I mean, he was 2nd place. You'd think he would do it, but who knows? I don't know. Tell me, those of you who know. that's a Norton status update. Get out of here with that. Yeah, does anyone know if Ramon's doing it? I'm curious. Ramon Dino? Oh, you're asking. I don't know. He's on Instagram, and but he does all his posts are in Portuguese, which I guess I could see translation. So I haven't really been paying a whole lot of attention to Ramon lately, unfortunately. Not intentionally, just kind of slipped my mind. Mia said, "Sir, you think Regan still looks soft in comparison to a lot of top bodybuilders?" He doesn't have the muscle maturity and detail of someone like a Hadi, but you know what? Not everyone. Samson doesn't have as much detail as some of the guys, and he's got so much going for him in other aspects, other qualities. I think Regan's got a really good shot at top 10, and I hope that doesn't offend anybody. Top 10 to Mr. Olympia. He's only done the Olympia once before, and he wasn't even in top. I don't think he made top 15. I think he was tied for 16th with all the other guys. So he's much improved now, Regan Grimes, than he was in 2020, I believe it was, when he did the Olympia. So I expect to see him in the top 10, maybe higher. That we'll see. Dave Vanette, and I think the era of monsters is over. The Lee Haney proportion vacuum is going to lead the way. 60-inch chest and 42-inch waist won't be around much longer. Probably better for the athlete's safety. Yeah, I mean, we don't really have that many big guts anymore. Ron, you think that Derek can dethrone Hadi? I think he's very capable of dethroning Hadi. Remember that after last year's judging on Friday night at the Mr. Olympia, Derek Lunsford was only 1 point behind Hadi. It was a 1 point difference. That means Derek had some first place votes for the win. Hadi got 3 more points at the finals, so he won with a 4-point lead over Derek, but that's very, very close. So yeah, Derek's had a whole new year. His back shots are all the back pictures and videos he's been posting. Crazy. He's always had a great back, but it's going to be a tough battle with. I think the top 2 is going to be a battle again between Derek and Hadi. I see it going down to those 2 again. Samson in there for the fight, Nick Walker in there for the fight, maybe Andrew Jack, of course, but I really think we're going to see it come down to Derek and Hadi Chupan. Bro, what is this? James doing the Olympia. James Hollingshead? I don't think so. I haven't, it doesn't look like he's in prep. He looks great. He's put on a ton of size, but I don't think he's in prep for the Olympia. Hope Derek takes this year. Says Sparky, he's going to have a great run. Pierre Goat, my money is on Derek. Hadi is on the down path when Derek is still growing. Hadi already lost some arm fullness with the years and he lost quad sweep. The difference will show on next. Yeah, he's getting better and better, Derek. And I don't know if Hadi can get better just because he's been around for a while. He's sort of maxed out his frame. So it would be, I wouldn't be surprised one bit if Derek gets it this year. Terrence or Wesley Dubai Pro, your prediction. I haven't been following the coverage at all. I was out with my son today because this is one weekend we didn't have an open show to cover. I've been doing like an open show every single weekend, and we got 2 of them next weekend, so I'm not really following. I prefer Terrence's physique, honestly, but that's I don't know what's going on today. Next one, bless you, Ron. I saw Ramy here in Dubai. He really doesn't seem dry. I don't know, but I don't think he's competing this year compared to Hadi. Oh, Derek Lunsford. Is that who you're talking about? No, you saw Ramy. Hadi looks winner. Yeah, well, I mean, Ramy's already out. Ramy told Bob Ciccarello in an interview he's out. He's not doing Olympia this year. So don't have to worry about that. Yeah. So, what we do? Is that it? Every time I start saying goodbye, I get a million more questions. Yeah, but it's, I personally, I'm happy for Ramy. And if he retires, I'll be even happier for him to go out before. Of course, it would be a great story, and his fans would love to see him come back and get his title back and win. That could happen, and the other thing that could happen is that he comes back and he does worse and worse, and he basically gets forced out of the sport because he's just not doing well, not placing very highly. And that's not what you want. As 2-time Olympia champ, you don't want to go out on that way. You don't want to go out as a guy on the downward spiral, downward trend. Well, Ron, you think Ramy will come back next year? Don't know. He knows. I don't think even Ramy knows at this point. I'll be honest, I don't think Ramy knows if he's coming back at this point. I think he needs some time off, get his head together, let his body heal up, whatever. Where do you think Ian would have placed this year at the Olympia? I don't know. He would have been top 10. He would have been top 10, I think. It's very crowded in the top 10. So, but I don't like to say that anyone can't make top 10. Because, that sounds very defeatist. It sounds very negative. But I think he's been 7th place twice. He was 7th place twice at the Olympia. Ian, don't forget that. You know, a lot of Ian haters always forget that he did that well. He won 5 or 6 shows, and he was 7th at the Olympia twice. So, yeah, Ian's capable of a top 10 placing this year. I believe he would have or could have. His head wasn't in. He didn't want to do it anymore. So, that's it. Yeah, I think I'm going to take off, guys. I think I'm going to take off. I really need to get this leg up on him. Did you see Hassan? No, Hassan's very strong. Hassan Mustafa. Yes, I tell you, Ramy, he's really up, but Hadi is here with Hadi. Oh my God, Hadi's big, and even his face is dry. Oh, Hadi will be in shape. I have no doubt Hadi Chupan's going to bring his best package. I just don't know if that's going to be good enough to beat Derek Lunsford's best package. Don't know. We'll see. Last year it was. Maybe it will be this year. Maybe it won't be. You know? Yeah. Yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I've got a couple things to do, and I want to get my leg resting for a minute because my son's going to take me to the gym. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, Big Ramy has announced over in Dubai, told Bob Ciccarello on camera that he is out. He's taking a break from the Olympia. We will not be seeing him in this year's Olympia. No news as to what he's going to be doing next year moving forward. Again, I'm not sure Ramy knows yet. He just needs to step back for a minute and gather himself and, you know, figure things out. And I am sure he will. One way or the other, he'll do what's right for Ramy. And whatever his decision is, we should all support that decision. If you care about Ramy, you'll want what's best for him, and he's going to do what's best for him. So that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Like the channel, subscribe to the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, turn on notifications. Next weekend, just so you know, we'll be going live, I think both days. Legion Sports Saturday, and then the Charroux Classic in France the very next day. It's going to be a big, big bodybuilding weekend. Last show, Legion, I think, is the last show to qualify. I don't know if they're going to extend the qualification to the Charroux show the next day. We're going to find out soon. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you later.